Hi, nice to see all of you again. What does worthiness feel like?
Worthiness? It's a loaded word, isn't it? Because it means so many different things. Well, here's a good way to find the feeling of what worthiness means. Sometimes you can start with the flip side of it, of unworthiness. So we're going to start by saying unworthiness feels like not alignment with who you are, and worthiness feels like alignment. So if the source within you knows your wholeness and knows your value and feels unequivocal love for you and everything that it focuses upon, then that feeling of wholeness is what worthiness is. And you can sometimes isolate the feeling of it by acknowledging that its opposite feels like unworthiness. In other words, if I'm critical of myself or someone else, then I'm disallowing that full love to flow. In the truest sense of the word, we want to say that what the feeling of worthy is that, well, here's the best way to explain it. So you're sifting through and you know what you don't want and you know what you do want, but you know what you don't want more than you know what you do want. And you've sort of made, not you, but as often, you've sort of made a lifestyle of knowing what you don't want, putting what you do want in your vortex, but holding yourself in this tension. So not even really believing that you can have it, wanting it, but yearning for it. Yearning and unworthiness all feels the same sort of way. In other words, just not letting who you really are flow. But then you come into the knowledge that you create your own reality, and you come across understanding that your emotions are your indicator of your alignment or not. So you begin disregarding more of what's going on, and you begin reaching for alignment. You begin milking good moments. You begin playing them out more, and you begin managing your relationship with your vortex a little more. And then right before your eyes, you witness a manifestation of something that has not been happening, and you completely understand that now it is turning and is yielding to you what you want, and you know it's because you managed your relationship with your vortex. That is worthiness.
Okay.
In other words, it's true knowledge of the power that is you. A lot of people just give lip service to that. They want to be powerful, but when you start knowing with everything that you are affecting manifestations, especially those that you are told cannot be affected. It is so wonderful when something that should not happen happens because you want it to.
Great.
That's worthiness.
Great. Thank you. Got a question, kind of a fun question. We talked about Atlantis last time, you and I. And here in Chicago, at O'Hare Airport, people claim they saw a flying saucer. And then they said it moved so fast, it went through the clouds and left a hole in the clouds. And I'm going, what's that about?
Well, there are many interdimensional things that are going on. We represent that here. And in the same way that as Esther is receiving these blocks of thought at an unconscious level and translating, in other words, she's getting radio signals and translating them verbally, there are those who can receive these signals and translate them visually. And your relationship with that broader you really determines how much you're able to see. In other words, you know from your own experience that the dogs around you can hear things and smell things that you don't want to smell. In other words, they have a range, and what you see with your eyes is a vibrational interpretation. What you hear with your ears is a vibrational interpretation. What you taste and smell, your fingertips, it's all vibration that you are interpreting into this meaningful thing. So one of the things that we always like to remind you is that even though you share this common platform and you share this seemingly common environment, you are all translating to the degree of your alignment with who you are. And the more time you spend in concert with who you really are, the more access you have to seeing things that are beyond what others are seeing. Now, it's important to understand, and we're always careful because we don't want to burst any bubbles, but at the same time, we don't want to encourage any misconceptions or flawed premises either. This is a vibrational universe, and what you see manifesting around you is in response to your vibrational stance. This platform that you're born into, and the solidity of it, the common denominator of it. In other words, the fact that so many people are sharing a similar platform gives you the bouncing off place. But really, what you are interpreting and what's manifesting in your experience is uniquely yours, and it is completely based upon your relationship with your broader view. So the more you deliberately line up with that broader view, the more we don't want you to disregard what is. This is the thing that we really want you to hear about this leading edge conversation that we're having here today. We want what is to be integrated for you with who you really are. We want you to do your work to be all that you are, so that all that you are is rendezvousing in this moment in time, so that this moment in time of manifestation can flesh out the fullness that you want to experience. So other matter is not coming here from other planets, but all kinds of energies are surrounding you, as is the energy that you are familiar with, that you are interpreting into meaningful experiences. This stuff that you are calling reality is vibration that you are interpreting. And when you're able to get it into that perspective, then you understand that's why you can see something that someone else may not see. They're not in the vibrational vicinity, and it doesn't make you right and them wrong. You cannot set your radio dial on 6:30 a.m. and hear what's being broadcast on 98.6 or 7 FM. The frequencies have to match up, you see. And so there are those who were in the vibrational vicinity that they were able to translate an energy blast into something that was meaningful to them. In earlier days, people who were doing that always saw beings with wings. Because in those days, the wings represented the flight. The wings represented the speed. The only thing that was moving around fast that they had any way of translating was a bird. And so they translated non-physical energy into things that had wings. Today, some people are still doing that because they haven't got up to speed with the technology of non-physical. But today, many are translating energy of non-physical into spaceships.
So they created it.
Everything that you experience is part of your co-creative process. You cannot experience anything that you are not in vibrational sync with.
Okay.
But you cannot be part of this planet without getting into vibrational sync with a whole lot of things. And there are a lot of people who are reaching for answers in places other than reality because reality has let them down. You heard our friend earlier, can't trust the government, they don't know what they're doing, can't trust this person, can't trust medicine, can't trust... In other words, there are so many people that have sort of... And so they're looking to the heavens for their answers. And because the answers are always there, they're interpreting them in that way. There is not a question that does not have an answer. There is not a problem that does not have a solution. But the important thing to remember is that the answer is a different frequency than the question, and the solution is a different frequency than the problem. So when you just have to let the problem do its work, which creates the solution, and then when you line up with the vortex, then in your worthy understanding that you are the creator of your experience, all things are possible. We're out here on the leading edge, friends. In other words, you thought you came to learn how to get that car, and you did. You thought you came to figure out how to get your boyfriend to behave, and we have no help for you there. But you are the creator of everything in your experience. And so the more expansive, you see, your earlier question could not be better, because we'll put the question back to you. Do you feel worthy enough to allow all things that are in your vortex to be revealed to you? You see, and most people don't even know about the vortex and haven't really managed their relationship with it. But there are those who have found alignment with who they are, that are having extraordinary experiences that they don't explain to most people, because most people have no relevancy, no relationship that they could have a conversation. So most of the world calls you a wacko, while you are having a robust, meaningful experience just like you intended to have when you came forth into this physical experience.
Cool. Thank you.
Don't make us come and get you. Look at us and stand up. Yes. Wait. Yes. You are the one. Keep coming. Sometimes it's better to just start walking this way, and then we'll just destroy your dreams if you're not the one.